High in the sky above the large sea existed a peaceful kingdom on the clouds known as Heaven. If you enjoy this translation of Starfy for Game Boy Advance, please consider smashing that like button and subscribing to be notified of any future translations too. Living there is the great Prince Starfy of Heaven. However, there are often areas with mistakes due to carelessness. Though there is one day important treasure was moved. The treasure had been carelessly dropped, unfortunately. And then the Legend of Starfy, or the legendary Starfy. Some even say it's Staffy as well, but either one works. Believe it or not, Starfy began as a Game Boy title from the start, but it was adapted to the Game Boy Advance. With those as the developer, Nintendo published this game in Japan exclusively in September 6, 2002, with no release overseas. However, this is where I come in to translate this light-hearted comedic game, uncensored and accurate as usual. The biggest problem with this game is the story and dialogue. There is not much to it, and you can pretty much guess what is going on.
Can you hear my voice? Oh well, somehow you are safe. Well, something about heaven, so you fell here. What? Prince Starfy of Heaven? Well, this small island here is my home. My name is Lob, short for lobster, because there is still a severe storm outside. It's best you come rest here for a while, you know.
It's finally here, Starfy. This series has been highly sought after for translation and was even requested to be covered by you, my fans. It's asking me to press the start button. Now I am in the file menu with 2 files available. I can begin one or select one to delete, but you know what we are doing.
That was indeed a cruel storm. And I have lived here long, but that's the first serious storm. You fell from heaven around that big storm. Heaven also seems to be in trouble. Hurry and return. Well, that's what I want to say, you know. The sea unfortunately became full of violent things. You are weak, just what is good to get you back to heaven. That's it! Me with my friend, Yado Karita. There may be good wisdom. First, while moving around freely, perhaps visit Yado Karita. D-pad button, swim underwater. Press the D-pad button to try moving around freely. Signs were placed standing up. It's best to learn from many of them on your way. I'll go on ahead, I see your situation.
Lob's Cavern. It's short for lobster and he's an old man. In order to begin your adventure from here, you should try moving first. Now the adventure begins. Of course, the game starts off with a tutorial. Well, dash. Well, push it. Pushing those blocks aside. Up and A. Well, jump. It's our lovely friend, Lob or Lobster.
Yeah, well, it looks like you've gotten used to it already. You can walk on the surface of the ground with the D-pad button. By the way, haven't you seen them? Well, that's a pearl. If you collect 5 of those pearls, you restore 1 health. Well then, climb that shore on the other side and pass under the door. It's best to just look for and try talking to Yado Karita. You can push the floating barrel on by underwater dash. Well, get going then.
We have to push that barrel to the other side to reach it first. enter the door. It's just the up button. B and walk. Well, to dash. Run and jump like Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm getting major Kirby vibes from these controls.
Wait. Listen. Hey, listing. I'm troubled my prideful house disappeared. Though in exchange of such an ugly thing I am wearing. Hey, please, go look for my house.
Our new friend, Yado Karita, actually translates to hermit crab. Found the kettle. It's a bit unsightly though. Starfy took the kettle away. Now to take the kettle back to Yado Karita.
Okay, found it. Alright, isn't that a kettle? That's not it. My house is even cooler than that. Perhaps it washed even further out. That's it. I'll give you a key. Go to the place of the keyhole and open the door. Ahead of the door. If you don't jump well, you can't go further. And while jumping with the D-pad button, because you can return in the direction you proceed, it's best to polish that technique.
Received the key. Going through the door with the key now. Nice to meet you, Starfy. Thanks to the great storm, it certainly seems scary you unfortunately fell in the ocean. I will save your adventure for you. Touch the seashell to save, and you can continue the adventure from meeting something like this here. And because wherever you go and there's a friend, find the same seashell, okay? Yes. When you want a break during the adventure, press the start button, because when you pause, the power cuts, and from the place you took a break, you can continue the adventure, well, do your best, okay? That girl in the clam is a mermaid. She is there whenever I need to save and works as a save point. Knowing how to save in all, I need to find that shell now. Hold down A. Long jump. Found a seashell. Though it's nice, it's certainly thin. Starfy took the seashell along. Okay, found the shell, now to take it to Yado Karita. Hopefully this is the one.
I've waited, Hey, which? Heartbroken. This seashell, it's too thin. I wonder where it went, my favorite. Oh, a place not searched yet. It's a place blocked up by a wall, yeah, I know. If it's you, I wonder if the wall can be broken by spinning around right into it. I'll call it spin attack. How about it? B button spin attack, when spinning directly hit enemies and blocks. Just ahead, might meet some baddies at that time. Punish them with a spin attack. But because spinning too much also makes you dizzy, just be careful. When those eyes are rolling, if you rattle that D-pad button, you'll quickly return to normal. Use the spin attack skillfully. B button spin attack, when spinning directly hit enemies and blocks.
This is a really crab. So this one is now further away and I have to navigate a bit of a maze. That's a great start for one. Okay, this has to be the shell Yado Karita wants. My only question for that is, Why is the shell behind blocks in the first place? Found a beautiful seashell. It's amazingly cool. Starfy took the beautiful seashell along. This has to be the shell Yato Kurita wants. It must be...
It's certainly that. That? It's my seashell. Thank you. I'll change immediately. Here I go. Oh, I knew it's cool. Yeah. Well then. I heard about your situation from Old Man Lobster. Yeah, no. Prince Starfy of Heaven, you certainly came here fall into the ocean? Thanks to your adventure, I taught you the spin attack, you know. Outside is the coral reef of the sea. Well, get going!
Starfy was certainly taken along to the coral reef. The adventure is from here on now. The stage is cleared. The total is as you see. And you can skip this victory screen with the A or Start button. Give Starfy, Lob Cave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this translation and look forward to Coral Reef.